Hey guys, just jumping in with a quick interruption in my own reading. I'm halfway, well, I'm just about to start Sagittarius's reading, but the introduction message is quite long. It was actually 20 minutes long. So if you want to skip that, I wouldn't skip that because it was beautiful. But if you do want to skip that and go straight to the reading, perhaps you're short on time, perhaps you just feel like the introduction message just isn't your story, and that's absolutely fine. Yeah, there will be a timestamp in the description box down below. You can just click that and it'll take you straight to where I start to do the full reading. Because I don't want you to waste 20 minutes of your time if it's not your story and you're not finding anything in that. Yeah, if that's a bit complicated and a bit fiddly for you to go into the description box, just jump ahead to the 20-minute mark, and that should be more or less the start of the full reading. Okay, guys, take care. I hope you enjoy it. Good morning, Sagittarius. Oh my goodness, she already has cards on the floor. What is this? Well, yesterday I did a reading. I did an unboxing video. I've got a new deck. It's the Wild Unknown Tarot, and I did an unboxing video on it yesterday. And as I was putting the cards away, some cards fell out of the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. These two cards here. And so I was like, right, okay, what do you want to tell me? And I clarified it. And oh my God, could I have got a better spread? Like, I couldn't have made, like, some of you might be thinking, oh, she's made it up. I didn't see her dealing the cards. I didn't see her do it on camera. She totally made it up. I did not make it up. And I was like, my heart swelled. It's so beautiful. So if you know tarot and you're looking at this, if you go to love readings, like, you know how big this is. Okay, I'm not going to go into it too much. We've got a maiden and a mentor. So there's a younger female, older, probably male. Doesn't have to be, but that's the way I'm reading it. Somebody who's could be like this person's offering this person some sort of guidance. Okay. But I feel like this is definitely a love match. And it's not just a love match. It's like soulmate, twin flame, perfect match. Like half of each other's soul. You know, like one soul between two people. That's the level of this. Because the maiden I clarified with the Ace of Cups, right? Like new love, and it's the Emperor and the Empress. So this is like divine love. Yeah, it's like the Emperor and the Empress, perfect match. It's you can't I don't think you can get better than that. And then the mentor, I was like, what does he feel about this? So he's got the Ace of Swords, which is like a truth, okay? And he's got this like infinity symbol on this Eight of Swords. It's like an eternal truth. What's the eternal truth? The Two of Cups and the Sun. This relationship here that the maiden's seeing is, he's echoing it. He thinks this relationship is the perfect match, and means everything to him. It's like that's his happiness, that's his sunshine. So I don't know who this is for. I don't know if it's for you. And as I said that, I looked at the clock, the timestamp, and it was 2:22. Unbelievable. Like, whoever this is for, this is so beautiful. Like, so beautiful. So, what do I want to see? What do I want to see? What do I want to see? What do I want to say? I guess I'll start with Lana Del Rey. I did play this song. It was on Spotify yesterday, but then it got so stuck in my head, and I think it's called Blue Jeans by Lana Del Rey. But the specific line, and it just kept going over and over and over in my head, was, "I will love you till the end of time. I will love you to the end of time." So yeah, that song. But it's just so, in my head, it was like so sweet. And this is like before this reading as well. I was already had this song in my head. So yeah, so this is like, it's not just like till death do us part, right? This relationship isn't till death do us part. This is I will love you till the end of time. Eternal love. Look, so you've got this infinity symbol here. Oh, it's beautiful. So then as I was sort of pulling these cards out, and I looked at the infinity symbol again, and I got Everlasting Love by Gloria Estaban. Everlasting Love. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So what do I want to say? What did I want to say? Now the whole reason, right, okay, just to, why I think this is for Sagittarius energy. I originally wanted to get this deck because I was planning on I'd been seeing this specific card, the Emperor card. I'd been seeing it for a good week and a half or so before I ordered this pack. I was like, I need to get that pack. And then all the messages that I got on Sunday that were like the theme for this week, I was going to kind of divide up into different readings. And I was going to talk about some of the messages are to do with the earth and the trees, okay? And I thought they'd be perfect for the earth sign, which is Capricorn, in this week's readings. So I was like, I really want this pack to come in time for Capricorn's reading so I can talk about this Emperor card. Because I've been seeing this card, and this card came out as well. As I was pulling the cards to set this up to show you, this is the card that fell out, and it's the theme of the whole week, the mountain. Ascension, it could be spiritual ascension, right? It could be moving up in your career, it could be gaining a higher perspective, whatever that means for you. And if you're interested in this, do go back and watch particularly Libra's reading this week, because it all came out in Libra's reading. I was going to pace myself through the week, but it all came out in Libra's reading. So yeah, but you can see all these like fir trees down here. So yeah, I really wanted to sort of talk about this in Capricorn's reading. So the pack was due to come today in time for Capricorn's reading, and it came a day early. And gave me this. So Sagittarius, is this for you? I don't know. Yeah, this pack the energies definitely want me to get this out here, like, and I'm so glad they did, because it's so beautiful. Oh, I didn't realise she's got pine trees on the back of this card here. Look. Oh, they're all pink. She's like in that forest. Oh, it's so beautiful. And then all the pink around this tree. And then what I was also getting as well, sort of a thing that they keep telling me, sort of a running theme, is this idea of people going into the underworld, which I'm sort of seeing as the shadow side, like doing some deep shadow work on themselves. And they keep giving me Persephone. It's like Hades and Persephone. This is kind of like what they're giving me. And the thing with Persephone that keeps sort of coming back up for me is that she spends, depending on the myth, the number of months change, but she spends 6 months in the underworld and 6 months in the overworld. So when it's time for her to go into the underworld, her mother, who is the goddess of the earth, gets sad, and so that gives us autumn and winter. She doesn't do her work, so the crops die, and then Persephone comes back up for spring and summer, and her mum celebrates with her, and the crops are abundant. So something to do with spending 6 months in one place, and it depends on the myth. I think some myths it's the 3 months, the winter months, right? Spending time in one place and spending time in another place. Torn between perhaps your love and your mother. I don't know. So this isn't even your reading. This is like pre-reading messages. Yeah, and it's notable. The reason why I'm saying this is because it's a deciduous tree. The Emperor is an evergreen tree, a coniferous tree. He's always green, always grounded, always in that earth energy. The Empress moves between two places, moves between two energies. She loses her leaves in winter. So yeah, Persephone again. Just gorgeous. So I was already going to talk about this because I was rewatching last week's reading, and you had stuff about like Romeo and Juliet, and I think I was sort of picking up on this in that reading, but then you've got the mountain card kind of fell out again, and the notes I had regarding the mountain was about leveling up. I said the words like leveling up, like I was saying something like, if you're playing a computer game, you don't stop at like level 3. If you're enjoying the computer game, you want to play through all the levels, right? So yeah, leveling up, and again this mountain, it's like ascending, right? So absolutely tying in what we were saying. I'm just going to pause. My son's coming up the stairs. I was talking about computer games, and my son came up the stairs to show me something on his computer game that he was playing. So, do you know what? There's no such thing as coincidences. I believe that more and more with every day that I do tarot. Excuse me. Yeah, so I was talking about perhaps feeling like you don't deserve this, perhaps feeling like it's too good to be true, having imposter syndrome. But the universe is moving you to a place where you're going to have like infinite love and support. It's like moving you towards the place where you're meant to be, to the people who you're meant to be with. And again, this is such a common theme this week. I could go into another spread that I had, but it's, yeah, we'd be here all day. I also got the crows were really, that's what I wanted to talk about. Why are the crow feathers here? Now the crows were so chatty this morning, so noisy. It's like they were singing, but they're not good singers. They're a bit like me, the core, but they're like incredibly chatty. And I've got some clips of them actually. And typically when I tried to film them, they went quiet. But I think they called once when I was filming them. But when I looked out my window, I could see two of them. There were more. I could hear more of them in the distance. But one was on the chimney opposite me, and one was on the rooftop, sort of neighbouring me. But yeah, the crows definitely have something to tell us today. And yeah, so I got my crow feather out, and I also noticed I had the crow feather out for your last reading. So crow feathers, crows, might definitely be key for you at the moment. And as I was setting up the reading, just sort of on my leg, say that's my leg, I looked down and I had this little feather on my leg as well. So this little feather has come to join us too. Now, you might want to watch out for feathers. If you're out walking, I just saw 10:22, so we're getting those 2 2s again. I'm not particularly looking at the clock, but I've glanced at the clock twice, and both times it's been either 2:22 or 22, and then it was just 33 when I looked again. So look for patterns in numbers, and also as you're walking around or whatever you're doing, look for feathers. So what I've been told about feathers is it's that kind of like your guardian angels looking after you, trying to give you messages. So if you're out walking and you see feathers, it's kind of a confirmation of what you were thinking. So if you're walking around thinking, does this person love me? And you see feathers, that's them saying yes. The angels are like, yes, that person loves you. Okay. And also the colour of the feathers or the size of the feathers can sometimes be important as well. I've been out walking and I've seen feathers. I mean, it doesn't have to be, does this person love me? It's whatever is going on for you, whatever you're thinking at that moment. I've gone out and I've been walking and I can't remember what I was thinking, but I've seen like, I'm sorry, there's like a little moth or fly flying around. I've seen like where a bird's been attacked or two birds have been fighting, and there's been like a lot of feathers where they've kind of lost feathers due to fighting, and so that can mean something. This specific feather, I'll sort of tell a story about this feather. I had a very, very kind neighbour. He looked a bit like Father Christmas. So when my kids were little, I'd be like, oh, that's Father Christmas. He actually lives on our street. That's Father Christmas on his day off and all this kind of thing. And then sort of over time, we developed a relationship with him and his wife. And we'd go trick-or-treating, and they were just lovely, really, really good people, really very, 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 very kind people. You know, he gave my son a handmade night costume for because he had to dress up for school. It's just gorgeous people. So very sadly, his wife passed away, and then he kind of wasn't doing so well without her, and then he passed away this year as well. On the day, now crows aren't always bad, they don't always mean death, okay, I have to get that out there. It's more about communication and information. But on the day that he died, I was woken up in the morning by a huge crowd of crows. They called them murder of crows as well, which is terrifying. But lots and lots of crows, and they were outside the window flying around like between my house and his house, cawing like very, very, very loud, excitable cawing. I heard it and I shot out of bed and looked out of my window, and I just knew. Yeah, so a few days later, I was sort of walking past his house, and there was a crow feather on the floor outside his house, and I took it as a message from the spirit side that he was kind of okay, and I took the feather. So there you go, you've got the story of the feather. It felt very, very, very symbolic. It really did feel like it was a message to me that it was okay. So there we go. And I just heard a bird. I'm not sure if that was a crow or not, but it kind of went, yep, yep. So yeah, if this is... Oh, I wanted to say as well about this relationship. It could be a past life relationship. You know, I will love you till the end of time. It's like I will love you over lifetimes. We're talking sort of twin flame here, like beyond soulmate. This is like you've lived lives together before. You've been husband and wife in previous lives. Yeah, you keep finding each other. It's beautiful. It's like, it's that kind of like that fairy tale story. I mean, you don't have to believe in this sort of thing. I'm a sucker for a good love story. So yeah, and I was getting all that stuff in that Capricorn reading about what's his name, Orpheus going to the underworld because his wife passed away, and he goes down in the underworld to get her. So I don't know, there's this really common theme coming through. I will love you to the end of time. Okay. Oh, and the stuff about the river Leith as well, about forgetting. Going, every time you die, you go through the river Leith. If this is classical culture we're talking about, you forget your previous life, but you're destined to be together, so fate keeps bringing you together. Oh, that's what I was going to say. The crows this morning, what I think the crows were trying to tell me this morning was that I was getting, it's like a kind of insistent energy, something that's trying to come through for you, and it's very insistent, and it might be causing feelings of anxiety. And in last week's reading, I was talking about feeling sick. I got really sick and dizzy. So yeah, it feels like there's something there with that as well. It might be like if you're going to meet this person, you may be feeling really bloody overwhelmed. I wouldn't be surprised. I wanted to talk about, I randomised, I have got a couple of songs for you, I think. No, it's just that Blue Jeans by Lana Del Rey. So the other song that I got for you was a randomised song. As I was setting up the reading, I randomised and I just saw 1555 on the clock, telling you synchronistic numbers definitely big for you. Setting up the reading, and lost track of what I was going to say. The randomised song, excuse me, that came on for you was One Week by the Barenaked Ladies. Now, it's such a funny song. Like, I love that song, but it's just very, very typical of, like, I watch a lot of the kind of twin flame readings because I'm a sucker, and this, they talk a lot about, because twin flames, they mirror each other, they're kind of designed to force each other to level up. It's like to push each other out of the comfort zone, and they trigger each other. So in the early stages of a twin flame relationship, because they mirror each other, they trigger each other. It's like they just, everything they say and do, it like pushes all the buttons of the other, and it's because the universe is doing this to make you be a better person. It's triggering you so that you really like look at your shadow side and really do that shadow work and come out of it the other side a better person, come out into the sun, right? So yeah, that One Week by Barenaked Ladies is such like an appropriate song for the early stages of that relationship. So I think you're funny when you're mad. I think you're funny when you're mad. Oh, so yeah, that felt very appropriate. The only last things that I have to say before I jump into the actual full Sagittarius reading, because this is not going to be for everybody. This is going to be for like one person, I reckon. I don't know who it's for, but it's gorgeous. So the full reading might be something completely different. But the images that I saw two images last night. The first one was a white mannequin. It's facing, like, so it's side on and its face was on this side. And it had a big pink sun hat, like a big round sun hat, very, very bright pink, and it had like flowers around it. So that could mean something to you. It might be confirmation for you. The other thing that I saw was a brown and white fluffy dog. It was like, I'd say possibly, I don't know what breed it was, possibly like a baby border collie, but like a brown and white one. I really don't know what breed it was. It looked very happy though. Very, very cute. So there we go. I think that's that. I'm going to pause the video for a second. I'm going to tidy these cards away, and I'm going to shuffle I'll show you as I'm doing it I've just painted my nails as well before the reading, so I thought I'll paint my nails and then like they can dry while I'm having my chat. I've made such a mess of them. I painted them, I was just touching them up because they were already red, and I thought I'll do an extra layer just to kind of smarten them up and just like, God, why do I bother? Why do I bother? So yeah, I'm going to feed these in sort of throughout the deck and then give it a good shuffle. So these cards are not going to be next to each other anymore. Oh, that's sad. Why? That's made me sad. I don't want to split them up. I want to keep them together. But because we're going into Saggy full reading, you know, that's not going to be everybody's story. So if they all come out and they come out together, it's the fate. You know, fate is going to bring these people together no matter what. It's like destined. Yeah, there we go. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I'm going to give them a really good shuffle. And I'm going to tune into the energies, and I'm going to get back to your reading. Be right back. Back for a second, because as I'm putting the other pack away, on the bottom of the pack is the gem. Now, I was talking about if someone's lost some jewellery, they might find it in some grass. So, yeah, there you go. I couldn't not do that message. So, yeah, back in a second. Hey guys, I'm back. I've just recorded a little introduction as well because that opening message was so long, but that's going to have messed up all the timestamps. So where I'm going, I'm seeing 22. It's not going to say 22 on the timestamps anymore, but as is life, as is life. I've also finished my coffee. I've got in an elf cup today, which is funny because it's so warm, like my knees are sweating. Who has sweaty knees? The front of my knees, not like the back of my knees, obviously, yeah, sweating. The front of my knees are sweating. Didn't even know that was possible. So hot and humid still. But yeah, I figured the elf mug was okay because, you know, you're Sagittarius. Some of you are December babies, so... You know, I'm just theming my coffee today. I don't know why coffee was I thought it'd be a good idea on such a hot day, but sometimes we just need it. Right, okay. The crow is still here. He's on the rooftop across from me, keeping watch. I feel like he's kind of our guardian spirit today. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting from him. I think his friends wandered off. I don't know where his friend's gone. Right, so let's get past heart space, please. Past heart space for Sagittarius. Here we go. King of Swords. Which way, please? Oops, the feathers are flying. Which way, please? Oh, right. Okay, so there's some kind of you're feeling in your heart either that you want to communicate some kind of truth or take a very, very honest, direct, swift action on something about something that is there's some sort of loss there. So feeling in your heart space some kind of material loss, a loss of something tangible in your life, something that's been like possibly disappointing. It doesn't have to be a loss, it can be some kind of disappointment. Something didn't work out. Could be a job that didn't work out the way you thought it would. You might have thought, oh, this is going to be my dream job, and it wasn't. But yeah, there's some kind of communication or action there. Also, you have the Emperor right now on the bottom of the deck. It's funny because you had the Emperor card in the opening message too. So the King of Swords, this could be you, or it could be someone else, or it could just be the energy in. But I'll describe who the King of Swords is because it is a character card. This is someone who, possibly an air sign, doesn't have to be, but it's someone who is in masculine energy. Could be a female acting in that masculine energy, but it's masculine energy. It's someone who is very good communicator, but they keep the cards close to the chest. They only communicate as and when they feel it's appropriate. They're very, very logical, very intelligent. Will take action when they need to take action. Will hold back when they need to hold back. A very sort of calculating, intelligent, strategic energy. It's in the upright, so it's a good energy. It's somebody who has good qualities. Let's have a quick look at him. He's looking down at his sword, and the sword has next to it a skull and this kind of purple smoke. I'm also noticing this gem on his chest. Again, there may be a piece of ancestral jewellery for someone here. Perhaps someone who's passed away who left you a piece of jewellery. And I feel like perhaps you're... if this is someone who has passed over for you, again, we've got that crow feather out. It's kind of like this person is acting as your spiritual guide right now, or you're trying to connect with them and communicate with them, trying to find ways of doing this. If you are trying to find ways of doing this, and this is funny because I had this conversation with someone who was a Sagittarius yesterday, you know, holding that jewellery, perhaps that used to belong to them, in your hand is a good way of doing this. He's looking at us though, right? I thought he was looking down at the sword, but he's not. He's looking up at us. So again, this is in your heart space, your emotions. This is something you're feeling something about. You may be feeling feelings towards this King of Swords. This may be someone who you've lost. You know, it could be a father who was in this energy who you've lost. It doesn't mean they've passed away, but it could be that the relationship with them felt like you had an ending with them. That they cut you out of your life, or you cut them out of they cut you out of their life, or you cut them out of your life. Some kind of some kind of loss there, or disappointment regarding someone who's acting in King of Swords energy. You can see that this woman is kind of like, she's got her arms around herself. She's again, we've got these like black raven wings. It's like healing from something, healing from a loss, healing from a situation. And it's kind of, she's looking to the sky as well. She's looking up towards, it's almost like either a crown chakra or her third eye chakra, which are to do with intuition and connecting to kind of the upper realms, right? So this is healing, but still trying to stay connected to spirit, to intuition, to the universe, whatever that energy is for you. And again, we do have the Emperor there on the bottom. So what's going on in your current heart space? What are you currently feeling, Sagittarius? Queen of Cups. Oh, so your current, I did ask the specific question, what are you currently feeling? The Queen of Cups is someone who really wants to express love. She's someone who is very, very nurturing. She's got a huge amount of love and emotions, positive love, positive emotions that she wants to share. She wants to express this to those around her. She wants to express this to those who she cares about. She wants to look after the people around her, look after them emotionally. Now, what I'm getting from this card, though, is it always looks like she's either holding back or that she's kind of tethered. Yeah, she is literally tethered, look. You see this tether around her wrist. So she isn't able, you're not able to express how you truly feel right now. It's kind of like she's got her back to the sunshine as well, right? She looks so disappointed. And she's looking down, what she's looking at is that kind of tree root that's on fire. This is going to be different for everybody. I think for someone here, or for a couple of you, there's a lot of kind of purplish colours here. I really feel like some of you are feeling the need to connect with the spiritual side right now, and with, it's almost like the light that's coming through that window is purple as well. It's got kind of like a purplish tint to it. Trying to connect to ancestors that have passed over, trying to tap into that ancestral knowledge. The word for it would be Akashic knowledge. So you can go and look up Akashic records if you like. Maybe looking at trying to tap into past lives. So if this is you and you're trying to tap into past lives, perhaps you're doing past life regression, something like this. Pay attention to your dreams for a start, and also drink lots of water, because I've been getting a message through this week about the River Leith, which is the river of the underworld that you pass through to forget your previous life, to forget the life you've just left. and to start anew. So the message coming through is, if water can take away memories, water also contains memories. Now you can go back and look at that Libra reading if you like for more information on that. A lot of funny messages to do with water and the underworld and water feeding plants. So eat a lot of plants that contain a lot of water, things like cucumbers, lettuce, green leafy vegetables. Drink a lot of water, because this is all stuff that's water has been around for all time, right? If we're talking till the end of the time, like that Lana Del Rey song, water is trapped in our atmosphere. It goes around in cycles. It's the water that I'm sweating out of my knees today could go and, in a couple of months, go and fall as rain on the Amazon rainforest. So there's this idea of water containing all this kind of ancestral knowledge, and also water signs as well. Water signs are they're known as being the intuitive signs, and I think there's a reason for that. There's a connection here with water that's coming through strongly. Sorry, I'm getting proper, like, the messages this week are mental. I was going to do fun readings. I was like, I'll do tarot, it'll be fun. And then it's like, I'm going to tell you about the secrets of the universe. Are you ready to go on this journey with me? And I'm like, I don't know, am I ready? I'm on the boat. I'm here for the ride. Take me where you want to take me. I'm just the messenger. Okay, so future heart space, please. So this is the path that you're on now. Oh, Queen of Wands. Oh, look at this. We've got a King of Swords, a Queen of Cups, and a Queen of Wands. Three of Cups is on the underlying. Alice in Wonderland. I was actually talking about, somebody posted a silly video on Twitter this morning, and in it they had a kind of a green screen, but the computer game, they had like two green screens, and they took one down so you could see their house, and on the other one there was like a Sims house, but the door was really small, and it kind of reminded me of Alice in Wonderland with like the small doors. So it's funny that should come out, because this kind of looks like, Alice in Wonderland and the Mad Hatter's tea party, but she's the Mad Hatter, right? Let's see. My family has a history of hat making, so I do joke sometimes about my family being like the Mad Hatters. So that's why I was sort of giggling there. Let's see. So the Queen of Wands, in your future heart space, if this is your energy, this is you like really owning it, looking beautiful, taking care of your body, standing in your full passionate creative energy, expressing your emotions, expressing how you feel, going for what you want, taking action, just being absolutely like an angel goddess, to be honest. As well, what I got from this yesterday, because it came out in Scorpio's reading, so if you've got Scorpio in your chart, that might be relevant to you as well. She gives me Lady Jane Grey vibes from the X-Men, and I'm pretty sure she's turns into the Phoenix, right? So it's kind of giving me Phoenix energy as well. Okay, again, I'm going to pull clarifiers. I'll get a bit more information as we go on. But first, I'm going to go to your thoughts. So, can I get, please, current thoughts past thoughts first, please. Past thoughts for Sagittarius. What was going on in Sagittarius's head? That was the bottom of the deck, and it actually did come out. So I should have just used my instincts and taken that when I saw it. So Temperance. This is the Sagittarius card. And it always makes me laugh. Next to her is the Queen of Wands again, and the other card on the underline. So we've got the Queen of Wands here twice, and look at her. They're both this really like fiery energy. So you're feeling this fiery energy already, or in your past thoughts, you've already kind of predicted this fiery energy coming in for you, this thing that you're passionate about, or this person that you're passionate about. Could be a thing, could be a person, something that's made you feel fired up and passionate. Now, the funny thing, what makes me laugh about the Temperance card is that, to me, it really does not feel like Sagittarius energy. My daughter's a Sagittarius. My Mars is in Sagittarius, and to me, like the Sagittarius, as I kind of know, most of them, they are Sagittarius is like go-getter energy. It's like see it, want it, go for it, don't think twice about it. It's kind of the you know, if you take Sagittarius energy on its own, like, and disregard all the other placements that you might have in your chart that might balance that out, because I know a Sagittarius who has a lot of earth in their chart, shout out, you know who you are, who's a very, very grounded Sagittarius. But there's other Sagittariuses that I know that are like they just like don't tend to think very much. They tend to work on impulse. They tend to work on feelings, and yeah, they just do stuff without even thinking about it. So it always makes me laugh that the Temperance card is like the Sagittarius card. It's like having to hold back, right? Having to hold back that impulsive energy, that impulsive nature, having to balance it, having to like temper it, you know, learning sort of as you mature, I guess, to how to be patient, learning how to wait for things. Oh, it hurts. So yeah, I think you've got, like, she's looking at that fire, look, she's looking at that fire. If this is a relationship for you, it's like water and fire. So that's love and lust, love and passion. So up here in your heart's future heart space, you've got this Queen of Wands. So it's this kind of same energy. Look at, they've both got red hair as well. Yeah, both wanting to sip from this passionate cup, whatever that is for you. But in your past thoughts, it's like your thoughts are either holding you back. I said this, you know, she's been held back from expressing her emotions. So it might be your own thoughts that are holding you back here, that are tempering this energy. That's kind of like pulling the reins back, right? So there you go. Poor Sagittarius, poor Saggy babies. You're, I feel your pain. It's hard for a Sagittarius to be patient. Like I say, I'm Mars in Sagittarius. Patience is not my thing. Not my middle name. It's like, I want it now. I'm excited about it now. I want it now. In your future thoughts. No, sorry, your present thoughts. Why am I getting your past, present and future mixed up? It might feel a bit like time has gone a bit timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey for you at the moment. You may be sort of like back and two between the past and the present and the future, especially if you are trying to do past life regression for some of you. But here we've got... so for some of you, it's literally just looking back at your past. So he is literally looking back at his past. And again, it's that wand energy. It's the passion. It's the fire in your belly, right? It's what gets you fired up, what gets you passionate, what motivates you. So whatever that is for you, there's a sense of you looking back, right? Or turning your back. Again, the Queen of Cups wants to express how she feels. The Page of Wands in your thoughts are like, no, I'm turning back, I'm holding back. Walking away, walking back to a past situation, moving backwards to come forwards. I had that 2 steps forwards, 2 steps back, Paula Abdul's song for someone as well this week, and it's the same kind of thing. The page, okay, they showed me the 5 of Swords. I'm not quite sure where that was going to come because I kind of was zooming an arm in, but it'll come back out if he needs to. It could be that you're strategizing, right? Yeah, this is what it is. It's explaining it to me. So pages, they have this kind of new thing, this new project, this new idea that they've got, something they want to communicate or something they want to kind of get started. But the pages kind of need to do a bit more work. They're kind of the apprentices of the tarot deck. So yeah, this might be kind of like a new passionate project and you're figuring it out. It may be, if it's a new romance, you're working out kind of how is this going to happen. Whatever it is that's kind of got you fired up, this is kind of like figuring it out, not wanting to be impulsive, wanting to properly think this through before you go for it. Okay, future, please. Excuse me, future thoughts for Sagittarius. I trying to shuffle on camera more, but it's sort of an awkward angle. It's not as easy for me. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, there's the Emperor again. So that's like 3 times now. You had the Emperor in the introduction message for some of you. We had the Emperor hanging around on the bottom of that deck for a while. And now the Emperor card has come out for you here with the King of Swords. Okay, so you've got the King of Swords over here again. And that Emperor keeps showing up. So this could be the same person. Or you could be choosing between 2 people. Or one of these could be you. It could be someone else. They could both be you. you're just going to have to listen to the descriptions of them and work out if it's the same person or not for you. And you've got some kind of communication or action here on the bottom of the deck. Communication or action being taken. So there's a lot of kings and queens in this reading today. So if we're talking about two people here who are in Emperor and Empress energy, the Emperor and the Empress are, the Emperor is all four kings and the Empress is all four queens. It's like once you've mastered each of the energies of all the four different suits, you become the Emperor or the Empress. It's like pinnacle, like leveling up kind of thing. So if this is the case, in which case this is the Emperor acting in his King of Swords energy. Okay, it's this part of the King of Swords that is coming through. And if you are, or for whoever is the Empress is acting very much in Cups and Wands energy right now, very much passion and love. Yeah, so and again, this could be both energies within yourself, your masculine and feminine within yourself, in which case it's like you've got all this passion in your love, passion and love in your heart space, this stuff that you want to express, but you've got like this King of Swords, this masculine swords energy inside yourself, which is kind of the logical side of going, oh, I've got to come up with a plan here, we can't just do this, we've got to hold back, we've got to figure this out, we've got to you know, like your thoughts kind of balancing out this other aspect of yourself, this feminine expressive side and this masculine like holding back strategic side. But yeah, in your future thoughts, so the King of Swords is back again, thinking things through, working out what he wants to communicate. He may be communicating, but I'm not seeing him as communicating. He's kind of holding his sword, resting his sword in both of these. So there's some kind of communication that he's just kind of holding on to. Maybe it's not the right time yet. I'm also noticing the sun as well on this throne here. I can kind of bring it closer so you can see. Yeah, he's just resting on his sword. He's kind of like, he knows his truth. He's going to express it when he's good and ready. He's not going to be forced into it. And then there's this sun here. It's almost like his crown's, I don't know why I feel like his crown's upside down. Maybe that's relevant to someone. And the Emperor card here as well. He is, look how chill he looks. Like the Emperor is not going to be rushed into anything. He is taking his time. He's going to know, he's trusting divine timing. He's going to move when it's like, when he's good and ready, right? And it's almost like this scepter is almost like the wand. He's just owning his truth over here. He's just going with the flow, chilling out. So the Emperor can be, like I say, it's all four kings of the tarot. He's kind of like the guy that you'd put on a pedestal. So you may be idealizing someone. You may be, yeah, this person, they could be in a position of authority, could be sort of well known in their community, could be someone who is a lot of things to a lot of different people, you know. He's yeah, helps people out, someone with a lot of authority, a lot of wisdom, all around pretty good guy. Can sometimes be a bit bossy, a bit of a stick in the mud, but yeah, the Emperor is pretty cool. The specific signs for this card are Aries and Taurus, but it doesn't have to be. It also gives me Capricorn energy. It doesn't have to be any of those signs. It's, like I said, just the energy. It doesn't even have to be a man. It can be a woman acting at Emperor energy. Yeah, but something to do with these two people. You could be choosing between two people. You could be just communicating with two people, like thinking about two people. We'll get a clarifier on why they're here in a minute. So past action space, please. The Emperor will not get out of your reading. What's that now, 4 times? And this is why I use different decks. Some people will use one deck and pull for all spaces, but I don't like to do that because I think, well, the Emperor might be in your heart and your head and your accent. You might be in all 3 spaces, but you can't do that with one deck. So this is why I use the 3 different decks. So the Emperor and the Queen of Cups. The Emperor is thinking about his children. The Queen of Cups is thinking about the Emperor. Or you could have children together with him. They're both sat there in the thrones. Both like this kind of like waiting energy. Yeah, this is this is probably one of my favourite emperors because he's kind of like a dad, right? Or a granddad even. He's kind of watching those children playing. He's one of the softer emperors. A lot of the time the emperor is like this boss energy. He's like a Roman emperor, right? Which actually Augustus was Pater Patris, father of fathers. He was like a spiritual leader, and he was the father of Rome. That's kind of how they portrayed the Emperor Augustus. That was kind of his branding, if you like. He was like the father of Rome. So he sort of liked to paint himself in this very nurturing energy. He was kind of controlling, but he like painted himself as nurturing. I don't know. Like, you know, like traditional masculine father, almost like they're giving me like Russian. I don't know if like anyone has like Russian lineage, connections to Russia, but like kind of like very sort of traditional view of masculinity is like the father who's like very, very solid, perhaps doesn't express his emotions that much, but he's always there. He's the provider, right? So I don't normally like to attach traditional gender roles to readings, but this is what's coming through, so I have to say it. It's going to be very, very meaningful to someone. For others of you, just take it as someone who's acting in this kind of like boss energy, this kind of very, very grounded, very, very stable provider, guardian energy. That Emperor card, the reason why I wanted to talk about that Emperor card in Capricorn's reading, no, do you know what, go and watch Capricorn's reading tomorrow and I'll go into it then, because this reading is going to be so long otherwise. So then again, the Queen of Cups here, the Queen of Cups here, the Queen of Cups in your action space. So this is you trying to express this love, I feel, to this Emperor, or someone, if you're the Emperor, this is someone coming in to try and express love to you, but like now in your heart space, you're like tethered, you're holding back. So it's like you went from actually expressing it in your action space, or wanting to, or sort of sitting there with this love waiting for him to turn around and realize it, to holding back. This isn't going to be for everybody. I know that this isn't going to be everybody's story, but you know, take what resonates, leave whatever doesn't. It could be your dad and your mum. Like if this isn't you, this could be your dad and your mum. Yeah, especially if your mum's a water sign. Okay, what's going on in your current action space, please? Sagittarius and their current action space. Oh, okay, Lover's card. Lovely jubbly. We all like a bit of Lover's action. It could be a Gemini. Doesn't have to be. And the Temperance card. Okay, I really feel like there's a love connection here for somebody that they're holding back from. Somebody may already be in a committed relationship. The Lover's card, with it being Gemini energy, it can sometimes indicate 3 people, but there is a divinely guided love here, or at least you think it's divinely guided, right? One or the other. Look at this angel again. Look, she's got like angel arms. Got an angel up here in the sky, like divinely guided love, right? Like fated love, meant to be together, soulmates. And then the Temperance card here, she's also got these angel wings. There's a sense of healing as well with that rainbow. Dipping her toe into her emotions, really trying to balance out her emotions with kind of practicality. Oh, guys. But that explains all this holding back energy if somebody's already in a relationship. For others of you, it doesn't always have to be that. It's just one of many meanings that the cards can have, right? For most of you, this is just like a divine relationship, a divine romantic relationship, Romeo and Juliet, you know. They're giving me Taylor Swift again, that Romeo and Juliet song. Tay Swift. Love Story, that's what it's called, Love Story. You soppy gits. You're going to be my favourite readings now. Oh, I've put that away and I didn't mean to. What's going on in your future action space, please? What's going on in Sagittarius's future action space? Justice, divine justice. As soon as I saw it, it was like divine justice. And the Knight of Swords. Yeah, okay, that truth is going to be communicated. You know, the King of Swords might have that sword down here, but Justice is holding her sword high, and the Knight of Swords is holding their sword high, and underneath is the King of Swords holding his truth high. Underneath is marriage, underneath marriage or celebration, right? Could be a party. Underneath that is wishes coming true. Yeah, okay. I'm going to stop there. Somebody's communicating the wishes here. Somebody's communicating the feelings. Or the universe is just going to reveal it for you. I'm going to take all these cards. I'm going to leave the Four of Wands in the underlying there. Yeah, and it's next to this communication card as well up here. Okay, yeah, this is... they're telling me holding your ground, holding your ground, speaking your truth, knowing your truth. This is you like, I know what my truth is and I'm going to own it. I'm going to hold my sword high. I mean, this is you connecting with this energy. It could be the person you're connecting with. I'm balancing out this situation. Yeah, really sort of sitting on your throne, right? Sitting on your throne, owning your truth. Like divine justice. This is somebody communicating the truth, rushing in with news. Could be someone rushing in towards you with news. May or may not be about this romantic relationship. It could be anything. You know, there's nothing here that signifies romance. This is all about truth, clarity, logic, intelligence, communication, action. Okay, truths being spoken. So the Justice is over here with her truth held high. King of Swords is over here with his truth held high. The Knight of Swords rushing between them with the truth. King of Swords might be communicating to Justice. But yeah, absolutely. But then actually, you know, this card, he does have this bird tethered. He's kind of, it looks like he's ready to send a message, right? And the bird's looking up at that sword, looking up at the truth. Could be cutting something out. It could be, could literally be some kind of legal situation that you're involved in. Someone, or like perhaps some kind of, it could be like things like contracts as well, like legal system, justice system, anything that's kind of like got some kind of legal significance. Or all swords, all thoughts and action and clarity in your future action space as it stands now. What needs to change, please? This is going to be such a long reading. What needs to change, please, for Sagittarius? Saw that Four of Wands card again. That's been haunting me all week from this deck. Here we go. What needs to change? So the Knight of... Behave yourself cards, please. What are you trying to show me? Trying to show me... What's this? The Strength card? No. Temperance. Trying to show me Temperance again. It's another angel. She's got strength and justice at her back. So they wanted me to show you that as well. It was kept trying to reveal itself to me. So you've got here the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands walking away, or walking away from something, right? This might be what needs to change. If somebody's walking away from something that they feel passionate about, like he's like holding that flame high, right? But he's walking towards lightning. He's walking towards kind of like a tower moment. So what needs to change is he needs to turn back around. He needs to walk towards you. It's a unicorn. It's the impossible. Okay, I'm not familiar with this deck. It's a new deck for me, so I've not seen all the images yet. This one's a new one for me. So something that seemed impossible before, something that felt like you had to walk away from it, is actually someone's having a realization with that tower moment. They're turning back, they're walking towards you, and it's like the impossible is possible. You know, it actually is a unicorn. The unbelievable, the fairy tales coming true. Yeah, it's like the knight in shining armor turning around to come back towards you. Flame held high. The sunlight, daylight coming. This is quite strongly, for a lot of you, this is a love reading. So I'm sorry if you've come here wanting to know about work or money. Sorry about that, that siren noise there. This could be you turning around, right? This could be you walking away, turning back around. I don't know, it could be the person connecting with. But I see you being very, very patient here. Very, very patient, waiting with strength and justice at your back, trusting in the universe, trusting in divine justice. Then this person's going to turn around and come back towards you. Got strong Sagittarius. I've seen that Temperance card, 3 times now. That Emperor has been all over this reading. Got a lot of Libra energy with justice and all the swords. Gemini energy, doesn't have to be. Taurus, Aries. You've got everything here, because if we're talking Emperor and Empress, they're everything. They're like complete people. They're all the signs, all the energies. Yeah, okay. I don't know what I'm thinking there. So do I want to clarify anything? What was the Five of Pentacles, please? What was this feeling of loss? Which way? Oh no, like what? A loss of self? Did the King of Swords feel like he lost his Empress? Oh no, like either the Empress suffered a loss and that was loss that was involving this King of Swords, or the King of Swords felt like he'd lost his Empress. Can't believe the Empress came out. Why is Sag tempering their thoughts? Why is Sag tempering their thoughts in the past? Justice. Wanting justice in a situation, having to wait for a decision to be made, having to wait for some kind of legal decision. Justice, it's again, it's soulmates again. Look, the cat and it's funny because you've got this white cat and this black cat, and I was looking at these two horses here. You've got a black horse and a white horse. There's a lot of yin yang energy here, a lot of soulmate twin flame type energy. Yeah, divine justice, trust. I think this is you trusting in divine justice. It's like, I'm not moving unless the fates tell me to. Why is the Emperor here with the Queen of Cups, please? Son of Wands. And what's this? The Five of Pentacles. Son of Wands can literally be a child. You know, I did say that this could be a father. So the reason why the Emperor is here with the Queen of Cups, something to do with possibly a child, possibly, again, it's the same, sort of similar energies to this Page of Wands. It's actually... it's this person. It's the same energy as this person. It's the Knight of Wands. So the reason the Emperor is here with the Queen of Cups is because somebody's charging in with some kind of passionate communication. But there's some kind, you know, this is like the double, literally a double entendre, because it's like the snake and the Ace of Wands both symbolize, they're both phallic symbols. So yeah, there's a lot of sexual energy in regards to that card. Knight of Wands, someone who's very, 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 very passionate about something. But then there's this Five of Pentacles again, this loss, and it's like a loss of love, right? It's like the Beauty and the Beast rose, you know, petals falling away from this rose. It's like this energy of like waiting for true love. Like I say, this reading's not going to be for everyone. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And it's almost like that rose is crying. There's like this loss of love, loss of passion between the Emperor and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Why is the Queen of Cups holding back up here? What's going on with this Queen of Cups in the heart space? Why is the Queen of Cups holding back in her heart space? I don't think they're going to tell me. I guess that's personal to you. No, not telling me. Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here? No. Why is the Lover's card here, please, in the action space? Why is the Lover's card here in the action space? Thank you. Because of the Father of Pentacles. Which way, please? Yeah, Father of Pentacles in the reverse. This is someone who can be clingy, too interested in material things, greedy, yeah, like kind of overprotective. It's like, it's almost like the stags represent the Emperor to me in a lot of the tarot. So this is someone who's like not in Emperor energy. Or it's somebody who's a Father of Pentacles that you've left behind. So it could be a Father of Pentacles in the upright, somebody who's a provider, stable, grounded, father figure, provider, sustainer, nurturer, works hard, but there's a loss of that person. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And it's with the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is about making a choice. It's interesting that this turns like night and day, choosing between night and day, choosing between your happiness, trying to figure out what's truth, what's lies, rejecting a cup, right? So it was one cup upside down, rejecting one cup that felt like your sunshine, because it makes more sense to go for the Six Cups, but keeping this cup a secret. That's what I'm getting from that. Oh, the Sage situation, Sag. Poor Saggies. It's looking a bit brighter in your future though. Queen of Wands. Where's the Queen of Wands here in Sag's future heart space? Nah, not telling me. A lot of secrets here in this reading. King of Swords and the Emperor. Son of Pentacles. The reason why the King of Swords and the Emperor here is something to do with the Page of Pentacles. So it could be literally a son, a child, a male. But it's, look how he looks sad. He looks kind of sad. Yeah, again, secrets regarding something tangible, something to do with your material world. I'm feeling quite a lot of anxiety, really overthinking something. Son of Pentacles. So this is someone coming up with an action plan. Somebody who has an idea, a very practical idea, and they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to, it's like at the drawing board kind of energy, working something out. Why is Justice here with the Knight of... Tell me why Justice is here, please. What's this truth being communicated down here? So it's something about the Five of Wands. Okay, so there's either competition about something, or there's some kind of disagreement or argument, something being contested, and justice is coming into right. Just listening to them taking the baby to nursery. Sounded like the mum and the dad were there today, so that's very nice. Okay, so, ooh, hi. They really came flying out. We've got story time. So something to do with the King of Swords and what he might be communicating. Father of Swords, that's the King of Swords. Some kind of truth here that's like to do with healing. The High Priestess, intuition. I think this might be you intuitively knowing that this is coming in for you. The Lovers again, yeah, flying off in the same direction, on the same page, really kind of, this is like freedom as well, freedom and sunshine, about wishes and the start. I think this may have come out for somebody. So I don't know why that video ended there. Yeah, this might have come out yesterday for somebody. So this is moving towards your happiness, moving towards your dreams and your goals with another person at your side because of this knowing, because of this truth that the Father of Swords has. The Wheel of Fortune. Luck is on your side. There's going to be a twist of the reel, a turn of fate, and it's going to bring good fortune to you regarding your hopes and dreams. But you need to put some work into this. The Eight of Pentacles. This is like the spider works hard. They spin the web, they do it over and over again. Every day they take down the web and they put it back up. So this is like a repetitive action, something you've done over and over again, something you've worked hard at, something you're really good at, you're kind of an expert at it. So this could be you moving towards your dream job. Yeah, okay, cool. Hope that was helpful to you, Sag. Okay, this card does not want to go back in. It wants me to show it you. The Nine of Pentacles. This is being independent, financially independent, good on your own, stable, grounded. Doesn't mean you're not in a relationship or you can't be in a relationship. It just means that you have independence, financial and tangible independence within that relationship. It could be that you're leaving, or your dream might be to start your own business, right? So this is coming in for you. What I noticed about this Wheel of Fortune card is it's very tangled up. So there's the thing with fortune and the thing with fate and the thing with trying to manifest our dreams is that the universe has a lot of responsibilities. It has a lot of people who are going, I want this, I want that, I want this. So the universe has to figure out how to move all the chess pieces on the board in a way that's going to benefit everybody or do the most good, right? So it's not like you snap your fingers, your wish comes true. The universe doesn't work like that. It's like, okay, you've put in this request to the universe. We're going to try and make it happen, but we've kind of got to weave it in with these requests and wishes of other people. We are on it. We are paying attention to what you want. We're working on it. We're turning the wheel in your favor, but you kind of need to give us a bit of time, right? And also noticing the how we've got the spider web here and then this kind of like tangle of the wheel of fate. So perhaps perhaps there's a few different people's fates here that's kind of got a bit tangled up. Perhaps someone's been trying to manifest something, but they're not very good at it. It's kind of like, keep trying, keep working on it, right? Like this spider, keep manifesting your dreams, but kind of try to refine them, trying to perfect them. Try to maybe go and look up how to manifest things, because maybe you're like this page, you don't really know how to do it. You kind of might be wishing for too many things at once, or you might have conflicting wishes, right? That's just kind of confusing that wheel of fortune. It's confusing the universe, who's trying to make you, really trying to make you happy. I do genuinely believe the universe wants us to be happy. It wants us to all be on the best path that we could possibly be on. But we're humans, we're so messy, and we don't make it easy for the universe. Excuse me. So let's try and be clear. Let's try and be clear about our hopes and dreams and wishes. Let's not overcomplicate matters. Let's know exactly what we want and figure out, put in the work to get there. Take each baby step to get to where we want to go. Let's do the universe that favour. Stop sitting there clicking our heels and expecting something to happen. Figure things out. Make an action plan. Put yourself in the best place to move towards your dreams. And that might be like... you might not be able to move to your dreams right now. So say your dream is that you've got, you want to move to a different country. That might be your dream. It might be like, one day I want to go and live in this country. Sorry, I just had a call coming in, so I just declined it. I'll ring them back in a minute. So you might have, your dreams coming in there. Your dream might be... your dream might be to move to a specific place, but you might not be able to fly there right now because of travel restrictions. You may not have the money to move where you want to move to. So what tangible steps can you take in the right direction? Can you make sure that you've got everything you need? Can you make sure you've got your passport? Can you make sure that you've got a suitcase bought? Can you make sure that you've done your research about which area you might like to move to? Are you in a good grounded place where you're stable enough that you'll be able to make that move? So rather than thinking, I want this to happen, now I'm getting a text. Now, instead of thinking, I want this to happen, but I'm not going to do anything to make it happen, this is like, well, what little tangible steps can you take to make your dreams come true? There's a link in the description box below to a book about manifestation and about learning how to manifest your dreams. So you could go and check that out. We've bought the book, and it's very handy actually. Right, let's get some advice from the universe, and I'll stop chatting because this is the longest reading in the world. Oh my God, you will not believe, and I saw 22 on the clock again. It won't say 22 for you. It's how much recording time I've got available. Treasure Island on the bottom there. I think you had that last week. You will not believe which card came out, guys. Can you see what it says? Can I move it closer? Soulmates. That penguin has the key to that penguin's heart. He's got his cape on. He's coming in like a superhero. So, where's my book? Let's read it. Soulmates. Could I have had a better end to this reading? To this hot mess? Sagittarius, your life is a hot mess. But don't worry. Don't worry. The universe has got you back. They're trying. So I'm going to read a couple of these. I'm going to read Essential Meanings, the Oracle's Message, and Relationship Message. Soulmates. Oh, let's pick that up. I'm just trying to get comfy. I've been sat on the floor for a while now. 22:22 I just saw as well. The time on this specific section of the recording was 6:22, and my total recording time is 31:22. So it said 22:22. Essential meanings: harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. The Oracle's message: you are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It is always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you towards them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. See, didn't I say that? That's exactly what I was saying. And if you watch the thing at the beginning of the reading about twin flames, sometimes they push, like when you first meet them, you can't stand them. They push all your buttons. They really annoy you. yeah, at first it might be like, I hate this person. It's very much a love-hate relationship, right? Like, I hate this person, I can't stand them. But actually, yeah, it's just to make you grow and develop as a person. So you know these people by the strong pull drawing you towards them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Noisy cars. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. I am seeing this as a divine partnership. Like, you've got so many emperors and empresses, and yeah. Okay, relationship message. Consider love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude, or break you open so you will finally claim who you were meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of... What you're in the presence of? A soulmate. Come to guide you home for the real you. So yeah, so you may not even be destined to actually be with this person. I think you are. I think fate's trying to bring you together. But soulmates, twin flames and soulmates, twin flames are different to soulmates. We have a lot of soulmate connections in our lives. It's kind of like a contract that we sign before we're even born. This is how people describe it. A contract that you sign before you're born to eventually like meet this person, and it can be for good or bad. You can have a good soulmate relationship where it's someone who's really supportive, or you can have a soulmate relationship that is designed to trigger you, to press all those buttons, to make you grow, force you to grow, right? So some of them are for a short time, some of them last multiple lifetimes. So I guess you're going to know what kind of soulmate relationships are in your life right now. For some of you, absolutely. Emperor and Empress here, though. This is divine love. This is like two souls that are like perfect for each other. Like, it's like you're the same person almost, or you're exact opposites, but you know, opposites attract. There's that Paula Abdul song again. So I'm just showing you this like this so you can pause this, take screenshots if you want to. I mean, I'm not encouraging you to copyright, don't sort of share it, but if you want to pause this and have a read through it yourself, or come back to this over and over again, you know, carry it with you, and remind yourself about it. If that's going to be helpful to you, then there you go. Right, longest reading in the world. You may have even topped that Capricorn reading. Do take care. Ouch. There's a lot of ouch in this reading, but it's beautiful. It's like beautiful ouch, you know. Take care. Good luck. Love you guys. Bye bye.